A day at the park. It was a bright, sunny Saturday morning in the small town of Brookville, and the weather was perfect for a day out. The air was filled with the scent of blooming flowers, and the sky was a clear, brilliant blue. The town's central park, known as Greenfield Park, was bustling with families, friends, and children eager to enjoy the beautiful day. Lily, a cheerful 8-year-old girl with curly brown hair and sparkling green eyes, was especially excited. Today was her birthday, and her parents had planned a fun-filled day at Greenfield Park. They had invited her friends, and everyone was looking forward to an afternoon of games, laughter, and cake. Lily's mother, Mrs. Johnson, had been up early, packing a picnic basket with sandwiches, fruit, cookies, and, of course, a homemade chocolate cake. Lily's father, Mr. Johnson, had loaded up the car with a soccer ball, frisbees, and a colorful picnic blanket. Lily herself had dressed in her favorite pink dress and matching sneakers, ready for a day of adventure. As they arrived at the park, the Johnsons found a perfect spot under a large oak tree, providing just the right amount of shade and sunshine. They spread out the blanket, and Lily's friends began to arrive, each one bringing a small gift and a big smile. Lily's best friend, Emma, was the first to arrive. Emma was a bubbly girl with blonde pigtails and freckles. She handed Lily a small, wrapped box with a pink bow. "Happy birthday, Lily!" Emma exclaimed, giving her friend a big hug. "Thanks, Emma. I'm so glad you're here," Lily replied, her face lighting up with joy. Soon, more friends arrived. Jacob, a tall boy with glasses and a love for science. Mia, a shy but sweet girl with long black hair. And Ethan, a mischievous boy with a knack for telling funny jokes. The park was filled with the sounds of laughter and excitement as the children greeted each other and started playing. Mr. Johnson organized a game of soccer, and the children eagerly divided into 2 teams. Lily and Emma were on one team, while Jacob and Ethan were on the other. Mia, not much of a soccer player, volunteered to be the referee. The game began with a kickoff, and the children ran across the grassy field, shouting and laughing. Lily proved to be an excellent player, deftly maneuvering the ball and passing it to her teammates. Emma, with her speed and agility, managed to score the first goal, and their team cheered with delight. Jacob, not to be outdone, quickly strategized with Ethan, and together they managed to tie the game. The competition was fierce but friendly, and by the end of the match, both teams were exhausted and happy. After the game, the children returned to the picnic area, where Mrs. Johnson had laid out a feast. The picnic basket was open, revealing an array of delicious treats. The children eagerly grabbed sandwiches and fruit, chattering excitedly about the soccer game and their plans for the summer. As they ate, a gentle breeze rustled the leaves of the oak tree, and the sunlight filtered through, creating a dappled pattern on the ground. It was a perfect day, and Lily felt incredibly grateful for her friends and family. Once everyone had finished eating, it was time for cake. Mrs. Johnson brought out the chocolate cake, adorned with 8 candles. The children gathered around, and Lily's parents led them in singing happy birthday. Lily closed her eyes, made a wish, and blew out the candles. Everyone clapped and cheered, and Mrs. Johnson began to cut the cake, handing out generous slices to each child. The rich, sweet flavor of the cake was the perfect end to their meal, and the children savoured every bite. With full stomachs and happy hearts, the children decided to explore more of the park. Greenfield Park was vast, with winding paths, blooming flower beds, and a sparkling pond. There was a playground with swings, slides, and climbing frames, as well as open spaces perfect for running and playing. Lily and her friends headed to the playground first. They took turns on the swings, trying to see who could go the highest. Emma and Mia giggled as they raced down the slides, while Jacob and Ethan challenged each other to climb the monkey bars the fastest. After exhausting themselves on the playground, the group decided to explore the pond. The water was clear and calm, reflecting the blue sky and the lush greenery around it. Lily spotted a family of ducks swimming near the shore and pointed them out to her friends. "Look at the baby ducks. They're so cute," she exclaimed. The children watched the ducks for a while, fascinated by the way they glided effortlessly across the water. Ethan, always curious, found a small stick and started gently poking the water, trying to see if he could attract the ducks closer. The ducks quacked in response, but stayed a safe distance away. Next, the children discovered a small wooden bridge that crossed a narrow part of the pond. They took turns walking across it, peering over the edge to see fish swimming below. Jacob, ever the science enthusiast, explained the different types of fish he could identify, and the others listened with interest. As they continued their exploration, they stumbled upon a hidden grove of trees. The grove was cool and shady, with soft moss covering the ground. It felt like a secret world, tucked away from the rest of the park. "Let's pretend this is our secret base," suggested Ethan, his eyes sparkling with excitement. "Yeah, we can be adventurers exploring a magical forest," added Emma. The children spent the next hour pretending to be explorers on a grand adventure. They imagined they were searching for hidden treasure, battling mythical creatures, and discovering ancient secrets. Lily, as the birthday girl, was naturally the leader of their group, guiding them through the forest and making up stories as they went. After their imaginative play, they returned to the picnic area, where Mrs. Johnson had set out some cool lemonade and snacks. The children gratefully drank the lemonade, feeling refreshed and rejuvenated. They sat in a circle, sharing stories and laughing about their adventures. As the afternoon turned into evening, the park began to quiet down. Families packed up their picnics, and the sun started to set, casting a warm golden glow over the park. Lily's friends slowly began to say their goodbyes, each one giving her a hug and promising to see her soon. "Happy birthday, Lily. Thanks for inviting us. We had so much fun," said Emma, as she and her parents prepared to leave. "Yeah, today was awesome. See you at school," added Jacob, giving Lily a high five. Lily waved goodbye to her friends, feeling a mix of happiness and a bit of sadness that the day was coming to an end. She looked at her parents, who were packing up the picnic supplies, and smiled. "Thank you, Mom and Dad. This was the best birthday ever," she said, hugging them both tightly. "We're glad you had fun, sweetheart," replied Mr. Johnson, kissing the top of her head. "You deserve the best." As they finished packing up, Lily's family took one last stroll around the park. The sky was painted with shades of pink, orange, and purple, and the air was cool and refreshing. They walked hand in hand, enjoying the peaceful evening. Lily looked around, taking in the beauty of the park and the memories they had created that day. She felt a deep sense of contentment and gratitude. Greenfield Park had always been a special place for her, but now it held even more cherished memories. When they finally reached their car, Lily climbed into the back seat, feeling pleasantly tired. As they drove home, she leaned her head against the window, watching the town pass by. Her heart was full of happiness and love. That night, as Lily lay in bed, she thought about the day's adventures. She replayed the soccer game, the picnic, the playground, and their imaginative exploration of the grove. She smiled to herself, knowing that this birthday would be one she would always remember. And as she drifted off to sleep, She dreamed of more sunny days at Greenfield Park, surrounded by her friends and family, creating more beautiful memories. It had been a perfect day, filled with laughter, love, and the simple joys of childhood.